Introduce us. Welcome to Making a Difference.tv. I'm your host, Brian Porter, creator of the station. I'm starting a new show today called Metaphysical Musings. We'll have discussions about spirituality and different faith systems. And so I guess yoga is more of a science than a faith system, but we'll explore differences. And I think it's important that we learn to understand that the paths to the higher realms, or a more balanced way of living, are many, and that if we start to listen to the differences, that we'll see what's in common, and we'll also see our uniqueness. And I think both of these factors are important. So with today, in my first show, I have my great friend Yogi Ramesh Pandey, world famous Laughing Yogi, and a new friend I've made recently since I moved back to close to my home in Ottawa, and a chap named Randy Johnson, who lives on a kind of like an eco village. And Randy, welcome to Making a Difference.tv. Thank
you, Brian. It's good to be here.
Well, I'm really glad I met you. We always have the most stimulating conversations, and I feel a lot of vibration when I'm around you. It's a good sign that you've got a good soul. You're connected well to the spiritual world in a positive way. And yeah, I wanted to ask you a few questions. We've had a few meetings at Randy's farm where we discussed our various spiritual perspectives. And Randy had a fascinating enlightenment story. And I just thought, Randy, if you want to give us a bit of your background and sort of a setting for this enlightenment story that you had, or vision.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah. Back in 2002, I kind of reached a pinnacle in my life where, of course, coming from not having any real knowledge, and I just sort of reached one of the last bumps. You could say it was the last straw on the camel's back. And it was at that point that I gave up. In a sense, I surrendered. Of course, it always looks more terrible than that when it's your own experience. But through that, I called out. And I didn't know I was doing that. I was just so, for the first time in my life, without an ability to pay my rent. And I remember laying in bed 3 nights before I had to find a place to live with no money to do so. And out of my mouth came the words, "I just want someone to love me." And it shocked me. The whole house heard it because I yelled it. And as embarrassing as it was also the catalyst in the beginning for the experiences I was about to receive.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And can you show us, you have a pictorial representation of your vision?
Yeah. After the spiritual awakening that lasted for 14 days, and you could say that I was literally in spirit for those 14 days and being led, if you will, I was let go, and then I went on, and basically what I was told at the very end of that 14 days was, now it was as if I was wide open. And then it went up to a strand again. And then down the strand, I heard with that authoritative voice, "Now you know what you're looking for. Go find it." So I spent quite a few years in cleaning my house in quite a disastrous state, but all the while learning and touching on materials that I'd never looked at before in my life. And then about 9 years ago, I had a vision. And this is the vision. Basically, I found myself sitting on the golden highway that was heading towards the light. This is a 4-part painting, by the way. This was the light. As you can see, it was sort of, we're surrounded. There's no escape. And I looked down, and all of my chakras were open. And I was very excited to be here. So I pushed my energy out towards the light to say, "Yoo-hoo, over here." And then, of course, I heard that same authoritative voice say, "You do not command here." And that frightened me. My hand came up, and then it broke into pieces. And then my entire body broke away. And now we were looking at, I was standing where you are, looking at this image of the chakras. And as they moved towards the light, the top 3 broke, the bottom 3 broke around the heart chakra, and out behind the heart chakra popped a little tiny white photon of light. Nice metaphor for Son of God. And I could see that the light was, gray tenules were manipulating harmonic vibrational distortion. That's how I've described it since it happened. And with great emotion, I went to step forward to say, "You son of a gun." But him who knows grabbed my shoulder and whispered in my ear, "Just watch." And then as the light recognized itself as part of the bigger light, it slammed the door shut on the chakras, or the illusion, if you will. I don't mean to discredit life; it has much value. And there was only light, so vision was restored, true vision. So this was a pretty profound understanding for me, and it's the reason I paint anything. Everything I paint has to do with this one original vision that I had.
Wonderful, that's great. You know, this is a blessing to you. Things happen with the time. Everything is divine plan. Or when the time comes, you know, the creators want you to get awakened, get enlightened, get connected. And then you start feeling the cosmic energy of cosmic creator in your heart. And now you're feeling the vibration, positive vibes to living from your spirit, from your soul. So this is the greatest blessing from Yogi. And I love that. It's already opening the door within. Lord has opened the door within now. And now you understand this is all within you. And now you're feeling blessing. You got connected with the Brian. You got connected with the Yogi. And you are on the spiritual path of enlightenment, of joy, love, and peace. So enjoy it. It's a beautiful blessing from Yogi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, I think it's quite amazing that this came out of really.
That's true.
It's got to be spiritual because he had no previous knowledge of chakras or anything. It's just incredible.
Yeah,
it all happened with the time. With the time comes, things changes. All divine plan. We are instrument of the creator, Randy. And he loves you so much that he's sitting inside. I love you. I love you. I like little baby. Now you're smiling. That's your heart. You're opening your heart. Hey, Yogi, I want to be happy. It's all there inside of us. We are not born as a spiritual being. We think your body and mind. That's ignorance and ego, the cause of suffering in the world.
Yeah.
You are on the path and you are blessed that you are close to Brian and Yogi. Now we are connected to enlighten our own self and serve others on this journey. Because Lord has blessed us for some reason. You know, the Donald Trump doing their own job, attorney, doctor, Obama, Clinton, whatever. The Lord is making a movie and we are playing our characters. He's the creator of the universe. And he said, hey, I'm in you. You are in me. Know thyself and be free. Right, Brian? What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, no, I think, everything comes in time, but you have to want it and you have to struggle. I mean, that's part of the spiritual realization. Yogi was one of the fortunate ones born into a beautiful Brahmin family. And I mean, I've searched the world, knowledge systems, and the Vedic system is about as perfect as you'll find. I think it's evolving too. I'd like to talk about that in another show because there's a guy named Sadhguru who's actually getting involved in politics, and he's a very wise Vedic scholar, teacher. And he's getting involved in politics, which I think is overdue. But what Randy has done and accomplished, and he's taken this vision and he's used his artistic abilities to kind of like amplify it, and it's beautiful. You have to meet Randy, Yogi, just to really feel his presence. He's something very powerful about Randy as a teacher.
It's Brian. You know, every soul is divine. Lord has created us so much. Our own self. Love heals all the wounds. Soul, science of universal light, is called SOUL. Cosmic creator. Sun, moon, stars, seventh heaven inside of you. So once you go within, you find what? Suffering is a blessing, Randy, because Christ has to go on the cross to be a Jesus Christ. So If you are not suffering, you are opening the door within for divine heaven of joy, love, and peace on earth now, not tomorrow. Every breath is a blessing. So you are alive, you can celebrate presence of the divine and enjoy your life. I told Brian, why fear when the creator is here? I love you. Hey, Yogi, I love you. The voice comes from inside. Sometimes we don't hear. We are bombarded by the negative brain, left brain. Unless you purify your mind, you cannot rejoice in the bliss of the Lord. He is waiting. Every breath you take, He's there in your breath. So when you breathe in, you feel Him. So breath is a consciousness. Breath is life. No breath, no life. So this is all about science of breath and science of laughter. It took 39 years, Randy, to open my heart. 39 years. It took 33 years. Buddha took 13 years. Yogi has to go 39. But I am divine. True story. Now you are laughing. You must laugh. Laughter means opening the heart. Brian laughs. I laugh because laughter heals all the wounds, yourself, negativity, and then you become happy, like a child. Celebration of life, celebration of divine, celebration of living with the spirit, from the spirit. That is the beauty at the moment. Brian knows 7 billion
Absolutely.
people.
Absolutely. That's it, Yogi. Living every moment of your life in heaven. It's here right now. We don't have to wait for it. We don't have to die to go there.
Power of now. So, because I see from my heart, I'm purified soul, purified mind. I'm not worrying about lust, greed, anger, ego, attachment. These are lower level. So if you have to a little bit discipline the mind, hey, shut up. To Yogi. Yogi knows the soul. Never talk about mind. Mind is all lower level consciousness. It's beautiful mind, but you have to purify it. So you have a thoughts of joy, thoughts of love, not of greed, not of anger, not of ego. These are lower level consciousness. Randy. Brian knows all this. Awaken, understand why I am here, what is the purpose of life. Awaken and surrender. No ego, no Saddam Hussein, no Bin Laden, Robin Williams, all gone. Awaken within and celebrate within and love within. Love, love, love. Love heals all the wounds. But they have to connect, as Brian knows, with Yogi. They cannot find awakening within. No. Connection. So that's what I'm giving this message to Brian, to you all, and making new heaven on the earth now. This is putting a seed. Seed will grow, become a tree, right? So it's the seed is your soul inside your heart. You open up and enjoy.
Well, I call Yogi the icing on the cake because I had a very good connection to Source, and then I met Yogi, and he helped me put the icing on, to feel the joy more, to feel Creator more directly and more consistently, and especially when I got saddened by events in the world and a lot of things going wrong right now in my own life and around. So what Yogi taught me is how to stay positive when you need to. Like, I look at the darkness because of my activism, but he taught me how to get back to the light very quickly. And that's so important. And this is a big lesson I'm trying to teach activists is, like you say, why fear when the Lord is here? Nobody dies anyways. I mean, if you're doing good work and something happens, somehow, you die for whatever reason, accidental, somebody takes you out, that you've fulfilled your purpose. So there's nothing to worry about. but activism live in the world of fear, and I think this is a big problem. So they're starting to listen, but it's still a lot of work to go through. But Randy, getting back to you, so what I do in my work is, we have a committee there of enlightened people at the farm. Randy lives in a place owned by a beautiful soul called Molly, and she has a friend named Kim, and we all work together. We brainstorm on ideas and stuff, and what I'd like to do is hook Yogi up with some of the people that you work with, Randy, to help you and maybe create some better skits, whatever, just as a way of helping them lift their consciousness. How does that strike you? Do you think that's something that could be arranged?
Sure. Yeah. I'm not sure what you mean exactly though, but anything can be arranged.
Yeah. I mean, just talking to them. Yeah, he has a powerful effect. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we can work something out, and it will help them heal. What you're doing is really important in getting them to be brave enough to stand on a stage and to tell their life story, and how you help them, or through song and whatever, theater, expression, creativity. It's all part of the healing part or system. But I think Yogi has a special gift, and he wants to share it with everyone he can. So I help him, and of course I'm all about changing systems, and that's why I'm here. I want to affect systems that will benefit billions, not just a few. So my purpose is a bit different, but I recognize the power of Yogi, and I also recognize your power, Randy, because you're powerful.
Well, I mean, anyone
you really have a persona about you that's very powerful.
And I believe that is the same power that anyone can tap into in the spirit when they learn to follow or know what it really means to do their Father's will in heaven, if you will, or to follow your heart. And it is one difficult breaking through of your old belief systems to question them, put them up on trial, so to speak, in your own mind, attached to past events that must be brought out and examined. And you don't examine them yourself. You ask the spirit for help and understanding. It's an incredible journey. And service is really ultimately what it is. It doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong in it, because that's ultimately what there is. There is nothing more to do but to serve joyously, not as a burden, because it isn't a burden at that point. Watching the flowers in people grow around you is one of the most astounding things and one of the most incredible things to be a part of. And I mean a part of, not necessarily leading in that, but a part of it. It is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's all beautiful. Everything here is actually perfect, and people don't realize it, and that's a big part of the problem. As Yogi says, they live in ignorance.
What I do with theater is I offer perspective. Perspective that we maybe don't often look at. Now, I've driven a taxi for 27 years in the small town of Kingston, Ontario, in Canada. And that really gave me a deep insight into people. And I'm a night driver, so I drive a lot of drunken students around and or otherwise. But, a little bit of alcohol certainly opens up people. And you can have some of the most in-depth conversations with a stranger than you can with people because people want to guard the things that, I won't go too deeply into how we all do that as human beings. We want to pretend that we're something that we're not, and we're so afraid to actually get to the source of ourselves. But in a taxi, in a 10-minute, 15-minute drive, you can get so deep with a stranger and share things that are so incredibly beautiful and intimate, and it just gives you a really rich insight. I always say that if you want to be a psychology, you want to go to training and go to school for psychology, drive taxi part-time. Because you really will get to know people on a level that you won't in an organized.
See, Randy, you have a skill for opening people up, because I've been in many taxis and I don't find the taxi drivers are too friendly. So you have a way of connecting with people that it opens them up, and this is a gift.
And Yogi, I'll tell you, there are some nights when I drive taxi that I have to actually not take a few calls for half an hour so that my laughing muscles in my belly can calm down.
You can say, oh, ha, ha. Oh,
Laughter some nights is so deep. It is actually you know, I have to take a break because it's like my face, my stomach muscles. It's wonderful, and but what freedom, what joy in it. Even in the ignorance of not knowing prior to my awakening experience. Yeah, so simple, like a child to wonder and be in awe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of cosmic creator. You know, you're talking about the theater. I have worked in a theater in India for 3 years. I got degree in acting, and I was acting, but I never smoked, I never drank, and I got award for being the best student. 3 years I was getting scholarship, and I got actors award. Very disciplined, because even if my mind, I can control it, I'll be slave to my mind, Randy, and suffer all my life. So controlling the mind is yoga. We call yoga prati nirodha. Control the mind, you can control the world. Our own mind is our own problem. So I decided, hey, I got talent of acting, so let's do good and be a great person, go to America and make all happy. So I've been on television. Brian knows TV and yoga, happiness. Because it's coming from the heart of Yogi. It's not me. It's the creator within you, Randy. It's in Brian. He knows now. You are learning to go on the path. It's a long way to go. All my life, even living 33 years in America, I never got sick. I take care of my Lord's body and do my breathing, laughing, vegetarianism, and I'm happy and I'm blessed. This is the journey.
Yeah, it definitely is a journey. Yeah. And
So discipline, start, make a difference, as this TV show name. Make a difference. We can have a better future, have beautiful life, because Lord is with you. Have no fear. Because why fear when the Lord is here? I told you, remember that. Inside of you, hidden. He's waiting. Enjoy me. Love me. Feel me. Breathe me. All beauty of, like, children. It's all ocean of joy, ocean of peace in the heart. So once you open your heart, the blessings start coming. Open the mind. Remember that word. And keep doing. Lord is behind you and want you to enjoy this greatest bliss. Brian, Randy, all other eco-village people, get connected. And Yogi is to serve you, to guide you, the eternal truth of cosmic consciousness. And enjoy, celebrate, be happy, love life, and do good. And be good. Have no fear, because you are immortal. That's true. I made a beautiful song, Randy. I'm immortal soul, I am happy. I'm immortal soul, I am happy. I'm happy, happy, happy. I'm happy, happy, happy. Woo, 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 woo. I'm doing it, you're feeling in your heart. Hey, Yogi, that's life. What if you are living in stress? You can get rid of the stress. Delete Linda. Boo, boo, boo. Michael. Boo, boo. Go, go. Get out, and gone. Negative thoughts, negative cells creating these all-timer. You name it. Disease cannot live in oxygen. If you are be happy, sorry. You have to clean inside. You don't need doctor, don't need drugs, don't need nothing. Just breathing, breath connect you from heart, body, and mind and open up. And this is the way one can find enlightenment, by loving yourself and loving all.
It's interesting when you look at the lungs, they look like roots. So the roots of us, our connection to source is through our own roots, just the way a plant or a tree connects to the ground. So this is the beautiful Mother Nature, Father Light connection. So it's an amazingly beautiful universe. And once you start to see the connections, each day you can grow. You know, for me, spiritually, it's been an incremental, journey. I'm sure, and I get more and more gifts as I go along because I continue to serve Creator, follow my vision of a better world. And a big part of it is bringing people who do good together, to get them to work together. And then all together, we can do even more than we could do on our own.
Right, that's true.
This is why I'm bringing you together with Randy, because Randy's doing amazing work. Yogi's been doing amazing work. I think I'm doing good work. And all together, I'm going to create a family of healers and people who can change the world. And this is the vision I've been given. Get people to work together, and then, hey, we can do anything when we have a family of fixers or people who know and have a vision of how to make this world a better place. Yeah.
That's beautiful idea. Nature healing. If you're with the nature, also, they live near the mountains, they live in the jungle. Why? Because they are close to nature. Your soul is made of air, water, earth, ether, 5 elements. So once you are in nature, healing comes itself. Look at all the animals. They don't go to doctor. Lie down and get healed. So one can heal themselves by breathing, loving, living in nature. Nature is your medicine. Yoga. Breathe, love, laugh. And you guys have a beautiful location. Eco Villages, Brian, and you are there. Get the community open up. Talk to people and get together. And Yogi is here to guide you, to bless you, enlighten you, and to serve you. Awakening time, celebrating time. Brian is doing great work. Randy's there. And all of the people, slowly they will open up. First they get a little, I don't know what's going on. But they say, okay, I want to join Brian. I want to join EcoVid. I want to do it. I want to do it. And they get excited. Start developing the divine cosmic consciousness power within. Connection, and keep doing it because it's divine plan, and enjoy life. Why, Brian? This is truth. I mean, you are in a heavenly place. I love nature. I go out and just breathe in near the mountain. Shine. Energy. Power of 10,000 sun, Randy here. And this chakra has 1,000 petals here, and wisdom of soul, pituitary pineal. So inside is hidden everything. When you open up, life. So you are on the right track, Brian, you, me, and whoever comes across, it's all divine journey. Just keep on.
Yogi, Yogi is one of the more willing participants in my my crazy idea of bringing together beautiful souls. He's always there when I want. He's a team player, and I love him for that. And this is what I'm being told by my guides. Come together. In the higher realms, there's no fighting. They all work together. They know what they do well, and they do it. There's no fighting. There's no ego. Everybody just does what they do well, and everybody gets along. And it's just a constant. It's so powerful, the love. It's like you're in an ocean of love.
Yes, that's right.
And it's like there's a point of consciousness, but it's all connected. And it's so beautiful. So you're one and the many at the same time. It's incredible. And this is where we're all headed, at least the ones who want to go there. I'm not sure everyone's going to get there this life, but this is where I'm headed. And yeah. So I think you can help your people, Randy, to awaken. Just learning how to breathe properly is a huge advancement. Yeah, it's all proven in Western science.
Yeah.
Yogi's has got all sorts of Harvard studies, different studies. Using pranayama is powerful. The practice of breathing properly. And he can teach Molly, Kim, you guys, everybody, how to breathe. I've learned this in my own yoga classes, and I live in a vibration. So I get healed spontaneously. I'm very fortunate. But most people need to learn from Yogi how to stay healthy. And I think he's a real asset here, and he's underused. I'm shocked that he doesn't have a huge following, but he's living in the heart of Satan. He's living in entertainment industry. He lives in Palm Springs. This is a tough place to promote enlightenment, but he's so strong he can do it. It's amazing.
No better place to be.
Because he's the Hollywood, what's happening, all this sex scandals and killing and all that. Why? Because this is age of darkness. And behind darkness is the light of the Holy Spirit in you, right? So people think darkness, oh my God, shut up. Shut your mind. Your own mind is creating fear, anger, and Mr. Fear, where are you? I'm not there. Where are you? And it's all negative vibes landing in the left brain. So only the breathing and chanting can heal the mind. Professor Herbert Benson teaching AIDS people, he sent me the email, because when you breathe in, the sun energizes the oxygen level, and that goes inside your nostrils, your lungs, your heart. It purifies new cells, new genes in you, so they can get rid of the cancer cells. The natural genes, when you breathe in, they kill the cancer cells, NK cells, and enlighten you the electron, proton, neutron. And you start feeling the vibe, you're feeling the love, you're feeling the cosmic consciousness. It's whole science-based therapy. It's not yoga or Bikram yoga. It's all just physical. This is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, like a cosmic consciousness vibrating in each cells of your body. Your body has 100 trillions of cells, 72,000 nerves. Each cell has own life. Dr. Thomas Yerma, he said, oh my God, you are 23 years old. I want to hire you. He said, Randy, I want to hire you. How much? I said, you can't buy my soul. I am here to enlighten the universe, Lord. But you can give me donation, invite me Hawaii. So I went there and I said, no, I am for the world. Brian is for the world. The world needs us, Randy. Brian, you, me are the pillar of tomorrow.
We need to work together. We need to work together. We do best. Randy is incredible with theater. I watched him perform. He was inspiring and incredible. Yeah.
I bring messages to the audience so that they can have a different way of understanding what they may have understood prior to mental illness or addictions, a personal perspective which moves the heart. And when that happens, it's pretty powerful. It's also so powerful that sometimes you don't want to do that every time. You want to mix in some comedy there, but it's always about perspective. And not only does it empower the actor or the person who's getting on stage and being vulnerable in front of the audience, everyone benefits, everyone.
And the fact that you can encourage people who've been living on the street to come and perform and to learn their part and to tell their story and to coach them. And I mean, that's such a beautiful gift that you've given to the world and to them.
It's just beginning. It's just beginning.
It can be replicated many times over. This is just, like you say, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the Vedic system, there's Vata. Vata is creativity. Yeah. You're very Vata. I'm more Pitta Kapha. And Pitta is logic. Kapha is love. And yeah, it explained to me so much about why everybody's so different and so unique, and creators' great creative capacity to make everyone unique is the different three components of energy that we all consist of. And that's why my angel says love difference, because that's what we are. We're all different, and it's a gift. It's not something to fight over and to try to beat someone over. Oh, I'm better than you or that. No, we're all unique. We're all perfect, and we're all different. And that's the way it was meant to be.
I have a very good friend who spent 26 years in Canadian prisons for a mistake that he made when he was 18 years old. And I've been blessed with his friendship for the last 10 years, 12 years. the process of healing and forgiving himself. The person in question that he made the mistake has come to him in his dreams over the years and said, you know, I've forgiven you. It's time for you to forgive yourself. And I feel blessed to be a part of his life as you know, we share together in how, you know, divine energy and love energy works. And we often meditate. Every Sunday we get together and we have some dinner and then we meditate. And, you know, when I see the Lord wrap his arms around him and the love that oh my goodness, when I shared that with him, he was confused. On a deep level, it was emotion in his confusion. Just to believe even that he could be loved so much, so much. It was an incredible experience and continues to be so.
Beautiful. Yeah, no, we all have our gifts. We all have our strengths. And so we'll say that this is the end of our first show, Metaphysical Musings. And I really appreciate you coming on with Yogi and I, Randy, and sharing your vision and your great gift. And let's follow this up maybe with another off tape meeting and talk about logistics and all that kind of stuff about, because Yogi's already met Molly. So, but we'll leave it there. And thanks so much, guys, for coming on Metaphysical Musings. And over and out from Brian Porter at makingadifference.tv. Bye for now. Love you all, guys. Thanks for coming on.